The list of things U.S. intelligence agencies admittedly should have told Congress but didn't just got longer. And tonight's editions follow a fairly busy summer for allegations about and admissions from the CIA on this subject. You might remember back in May, Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi alleged that she and other members of Congress had been misled by the CIA about interrogation techniques that were being used by the U.S. Then in June, evidence that Congress had been misled on another issue. That's when members of the House and Senate Intelligence Committees found out that the CIA had been working on a secret targeted killing program aimed at taking out al-Qaeda leadership at close range. By the time anyone in Congress was briefed about that, the program was years old and had been canceled already by CIA Director Leon Panetta, who said that he had only just heard about it. Well, now, the reason we all should care about congressional briefings on intelligence issues, the reason this controversy is a really big deal, is because it's almost an existential crisis for the U.S. government. It's not just because each particular thing we suddenly find out the CIA has secretly been doing turns out to be of questionable legality. That's one thing. It's a big deal because if our spy agencies aren't telling Congress what they're doing, if there's no oversight for these agencies and they get to operate with giant budgets in secret, they essentially become a secret shadow American government that's accountable to no one, including the government itself. There's an investigation into intelligence reporting underway now in the House Intelligence Committee. Congresswoman Jan Schakowsky, Democrat of Illinois, is leading it. She released details today about the focus of the investigation after presiding over a hearing at which a top intelligence official revealed that an internal review last summer turned up yet more cases of our own American intelligence agencies not bothering to tell Congress what they were doing when they were supposed to. Congresswoman Jan Schakowsky joins us now. She's chair of the House Intelligence Subcommittee on Oversight and Investigations. Congresswoman Schakowsky, thanks very much for coming back on the show.
Hi, Rachel. Thank you.
First, I want to ask you about the status of the investigation. I know you're looking into 5 specific cases where it seems like the intelligence agencies were not briefing you or were being deliberately misleading to Congress, but only 4 of those cases are public. Is that right?
That's correct. We have the shoot down of a plane over Peru. We've got the June 24th announcement by Leon Panetta that there were over 8 years he was not told about when he came in, an 8-year-old program that he should have been briefed into, detainee interrogations and the destruction of tapes, and one more. And the National Security Act of 1947 says that we are supposed to be fully and currently informed about the activities, and we want to set it straight now if we have to change the law, if we have to change procedures, but we want to make sure that this does not happen in the future under any president.
I didn't mean to be hyperbolic when I said that this is a bit of an existential crisis for the U.S. government. I do actually see it that way. The idea that there would be portions of our government that are highly funded, secret by design, and not telling other portions of the government what they're doing, the ones that are legally empowered to know, to me is a scary thing about what America means. It's a very big picture question.
Absolutely, and I feel that so heavily on my shoulders because the members of the Intelligence Committee in many ways just serve not only as the Congress, but as the eyes and ears of the people of the United States. We're the ones that are supposed to know about these secrets and not just simply be told about it, not just notified, but actually informed so that there can be conversations. And we want to have the Intelligence Committee understand that we can be a partner. Maybe we could actually offer something that would prevent us from getting into some kind of a national security crisis.
Especially because the actions of the intelligence agencies, if there is blowback for those actions, especially when there are controversial actions taken, which tends to happen with secret programs, that blowback affects all Americans everywhere, as it affects us as a nation, not just the people who carried out those actions in the first place.
That's exactly right, and all too often we find on the Intelligence Committee that we hear about it on a news show or you know, on the radio, and we come to committee and we say, well, how come we weren't briefed on that? And often some agency official will come and say, oh, mea culpa, we were supposed to do that. But it's not good enough to ask forgiveness. We want them to come and share this with us beforehand, and we want to make sure that the policies are in place that require that.
Congresswoman Jan Schakowsky, Democrat of Illinois, who has a hard job but has enthusiasm for it, and I'm very happy to hear it. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you so much, Rachel.